Mr. Speaker, review the staff promotions to determine whether they meet the best human resource practices, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that exercise was launched on 13 March, and the firm was given 4 months to actually deliver the report, which they delivered on 17 September 2024, which actually was within the contract time, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we deliberated this report according to our mandate in the study orders, which, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to belabor, at study order 193. And Mr. Speaker, we are mandated to investigate and inquire into all matters relating to the assigned departments as they may deem it fit and necessary, and may be referred to them by the County Assembly. And Mr. Speaker, this was done. Mr. Speaker, all the objectives of the exercise, Mr. Speaker, the committee, the committee deliberated on the report with the following objectives. Number 1 was whether the terms of reference as outlined in the TORs were achieved. Mr. Speaker, 2, the actual numbers of the county staff in the executive were established. Mr. Speaker, we actually wanted to know if the actual staff, which was a big problem, was established. Number 3, whether PWDs are accorded their right and reasonable assistance as per PWD Act, Cap 133 laws of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, whether the County Public Service Board followed due procedure in hiring, change of terms of service, that is like promotions, indemnifications, staff deployment in the staff, Mr. Speaker. Number 5, Mr. Speaker, is whether there is a clearly established human resource policies and guidelines in the county. Mr. Speaker, and the last objective was whether the County Public Service Board adhered to Article 232(2) of the Constitution, Section 65 of the County Government Act, and Section 7 of the National Cohesion and Integration Act, Mr. Speaker, on dominant and non-dominant communities, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the methodology was simple to counter-check if those TORs were achieved. Scrutiny of the entire report, identifying the issues raised, and taking note of observations and recommendations made. We also called for oral submissions from the department, and we also invited 4 written submissions. Mr. Speaker, upon looking at the document, Mr. Speaker, we found out there were glaring anomalies and that would not even allow us to proceed. And in our investigation, Mr. Speaker, we justified why we proceeded with what we could look at as an illegal document. Mr. Speaker, the fact that the procurement of the service provider was done in complete breach of Section 96 of the Public Procurement and Disposal Act 2015, as read together with Schedule 2 of the same Act 2020, and awarding the tender to an ineligible firm without proper contractual documents, coupled with the mismanagement of the process, deals the report with a fatal blow that is incapable of being resuscitated. This implies that the committee could not proceed in considering the report, this illegitimate report. However, Mr. Speaker, on the wisdom of the committee and the fact that Elgeyo Marakwet have committed taxpayers, 5 million taxpayers' money, we decided to do a postmortem of the case, because even from the carcass, Mr. Speaker, of the poached ability, 1 or 2 issues could be salvaged or we learn from it, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, on the spirit of the committee, we made the following observations. Mr. Speaker, from the onset, we want to declare that the report was dead on arrival because it was procured illegally, and we actually proceeded to do a postmortem because money has been spent so that we can learn something or even solve one or two other issues, Mr. Speaker. Observation number one, Mr. Speaker, we divide our observation into 4 subsections. The first one is on the sourcing and procurement of the audit firm. The second one is on the audit procedure. Number 3 is the material findings from the report. Number 4 is on financial implications, Mr. Speaker, on financial matters, Mr. Speaker. And that is how we have programmed our report, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of the House that on sourcing and procurement of the audit firm, the Cabinet used an executive discretion by their minutes to direct the PSM department to appoint IRM through direct procurement, which contravenes Section 96 of the Public Procurement and Disposal Act 2015, as read together with Schedule 2 of the same law. As a result, the exercise faced multiple inconsistencies, cost overruns, legitimacy, and quality issues, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to take the House to do the MOU or to the Cabinet minutes, which was done on the Cabinet meeting was done on 20th December, and the excerpt of that minute says, Mr. Speaker, the CCCM, for Public Service Administration, ICT, and e-government, presented to the government a memo for consideration and approval of the county human resource audit of the county government employees. It was noted that the information and details regarding the county employees was outdated, unclear, and full of inconsistencies. The committee now, the executive now, the CCDM committee, further noted that due to the constraints, there was need to engage an external human resource audit to do the exercise, Mr. Speaker. After discussion, it was resolved in the Cabinet that the government institution, which has credibility beyond reasonable doubt, performed their noble duty. The committee therefore arrived and conducted the Institute of Human Resource Management and engaged in the exercise, Mr. Speaker. This was the genesis of the whole problem, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, Mr. Speaker, dictates that any procurement of the government must be done competitively, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and that is in Section 96 of the Public Procurement and Disposal Act, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and it's set out in Section 96, Mr. Speaker, of the Act, Mr. Speaker, that it spells very clearly on circumstances how you can do direct procurement, what the government proposes, Mr. Speaker. And none of this, Mr. Speaker, met the threshold, Mr. Speaker, of being direct procurement, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Section 96. Mr. Speaker, Section 16, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is where it dictates that any procurement of the government must be by a competitive bidding.
Chair.
All parties, yes.
Chair, I would direct that you stick to the context of the report without really making refers to. Once you refer to section 96, then.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Stand guided, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Speaker, that fact that the procurement was done contrary to the law, Mr. Speaker, deals with both a fact of law, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, our second observation was that the institute awarded the contract, Mr. Speaker, was awarded the contract in a memorandum, Mr. Speaker, without due contractual document, Mr. Speaker. And the money involved, Mr. Speaker, demanded a contractual document, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, the firm called Institute of Human Resource Management, Mr. Speaker, is a body constituted by an act of parliament for the sole purpose of regulating the human resource practice in Kenya, Mr. Speaker. It doesn't have a mandate to do human resource management, Mr. Speaker, or to do headcount, Mr. Speaker, because it regulates the people who practice human resource, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, in that context, we asked them, because the firm called IHRM actually subcontracted the work to another firm called the UMCS. We actually asked for the certificate of incorporation of UMCS. We asked for his trade license for the year 2023. It never came, Mr. Speaker. We told us this firm was just a paper custodian, Mr. Speaker, that would not even exist. Because we called for those documents, they were not there. And Mr. Speaker, IHRM does not, in its mandate, which is stated in the functions of IHRM, Section 6 of IHRM Act is very clear. There is nothing actually to do with assisting the government or assisting any institution to do any kind of Mr. Speaker. And any body formed by an act of parliament must act according to its mandate in this function, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, those were our two observations, which we say then this report, fact of law that was incapable of being tabled in the House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we say that the firm UMCS is shadowed and it's double faced because sometimes the MOU is described as a custodian of human resource firms, and in other sections is described as a custodian and at the same time a custodian arm of the same institution, Mr. Speaker. So we don't know which one is which. Mr. Speaker, on the audit procedure, Mr. Speaker, and outcome, Mr. Speaker, in accordance with what is stated, Mr. Speaker, the purpose of an audit is to assess accuracy, completeness, reliability of records held by the audited entity. Mr. Speaker, what an audit does, Mr. Speaker, is to compare what you hold as the records and what they found out, Mr. Speaker. And from the onset, Mr. Speaker, there is no show that the firm is comparing records held by the county government and what they found out, Mr. Speaker. In fact, what they should be telling us is, in the Department of Health, you said you had 2,000 staff, but what we found out was 2,600. Can you explain the difference, Mr. Speaker? And that was not shown, Mr. Speaker. Anyway, so it failed to actually act as an audit. Mr. Speaker, although the executive and the firm, that is observation 4, Mr. Speaker, concur that there was an entry meeting or inception meeting where they actually shared the terms of reference and they also actually shared the qualifications for what to be counted. Mr. Speaker, how the consulting firm went ahead to count people who are clearly not county government employees, like teachers, PCD teachers, paid maintenance, watchmen in health facilities, UHC staff, how they went out to count those people, Mr. Speaker, begs the question of the effectiveness and even the competence of this firm, Mr. Speaker. Because when there was an extra staff, the explanation they gave was they counted UHC staff, they counted the PCD teachers paid by parents. Mr. Speaker, those are people without appointment letters. How do you count them? What is the competence of this firm, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, observation 5. Mr. Speaker, all the county executives, including the current and the former, accept that there was no management meeting. A management meeting is done in audit. After the audit firm finds some anomalies finds out their findings, they actually share. And I hope the chair of TAP will partner with this. They actually share their findings with the firm so that they can discount obvious misconceptions or obvious errors. Like Mr. Speaker, this firm did not actually share the report with the county government, and Mr. Speaker, this report now ends up being full of errors, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to show the House that when the governor was saying that the report was full of errors, it is true. Because very known persons work in the government, like Dr. Mugala, including the governor himself, are among the 112 post workers. Mr. Speaker, I don't know why the governor chose to use Dr. Mugala as an example. Why would he use himself? Because he's also on the list as a post worker, Mr. Speaker. But the big question is, when an audit firm finds a governor of a county as a post worker, what is the competence of this firm, Mr. Speaker? And Mr. Speaker, there is also more wanting issues. When the governor announces that there are 112 people, and they are not going to detail to even know that he is among the list, Mr. Speaker, this begs the question of seriousness. Mr. Speaker, our observation number 6 was due to the lapses in the 4 and 5. This report is a litany of errors and it's unreliable, Mr. Speaker. It's unreliable. You can't use it to go anywhere, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, because it is full of errors that could have been corrected in the management letter and in the inception report, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we now move to material findings. This is actually what is in the report, Mr. Speaker, and we actually divided the findings of the report into the terms of reference. Like number 1, Mr. Speaker, the audit firm was told to make recommendations on deployment, placement, and align the placement with the departmental needs, qualification, and skills. There was nothing to that effect, Mr. Speaker, apart from saying sometimes the county government have a vote, the county acted for its own mandate to promote people. There was nothing of deployment, there was nothing on placement, and there was nothing on aligning this staff to the departmental needs, Mr. Speaker, according to qualification and skills. On carry out that count, Mr. Speaker, of staff of the county on the payroll and align them with the existing records, Mr. Speaker. This is where we expected the firm to give us that in the county government we have a definite number of staff, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the firm, the consulting firm, gave different figures, Mr. Speaker. They gave us the figures of those people who appeared for the head count as 2,858. They say in the year of the audit, that is in March 2023, there were 2,499 people who were paid, Mr. Speaker, in all the 3 payrolls. Mr. Speaker, county government has 3 payrolls. It has IBPD, it has manual payroll, and it has a cash payroll, Mr. Speaker. So from the 3 payrolls, 2,499 people were paid, Mr. Speaker, and from the county government service board, they say they have 2,000, they told the fact there are 2,368 people who are employed. So, Mr. Speaker, at the end of the day, we don't have a definite figure. So when we are told to carry out that count and establish the rightful numbers, and you give us 3 different figures, Mr. Speaker, we don't know where we are, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the same, Mr. Speaker, it was noted from the report that there were 96 people who were claiming to be people living with disabilities. And when they counter-checked with the council of people living with disabilities, Mr. Speaker, there were only 58 people who were not found on the National Council of Disabilities Register, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what has this done? What has this done the House? Mr. Speaker, against the House, there is very likely to be a number of people, 96 minus 58 is around 59 or 60 people, who are claiming to be people with disabilities, enjoying the tax exemptions for people with disabilities, and they are very likely not to be people with disabilities, Mr. Speaker, because they are not in the council's register, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious offense. This is a very serious offense. Mr. Speaker, another finding is that there is one department which has benefited from nearly everything. That is the Department of Health. Actually, leaving the other three main departments like agriculture, education, and other functions of the government in limbo, Mr. Speaker, because from the time of infection, nobody has employed in that department, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the farm found out that there were 112 people who did not turn up for the health. Mr. Speaker, and when we called for submission, the CEC told us that some of these people are claiming that they did hear of the health. Some of them claim that they were very far. Some of them they claim that they were off network. Mr. Speaker, more shocking is among the 112 people who were paid in the month of March 2023 were two people who had already retired. Two people who had already retired from the service, and they were paid in the month of March 2023. This makes the question, who was putting the money? Were they still being paid? Mr. Speaker, among the 112 were two deceased people, persons in this house, who had passed on, which confirmed the record that they had passed on, and they were still being paid, or they were in the payroll of February 2023. Mr. Speaker, shockingly, there was one known person in the Marakwet by the name Mark Koske, who was appointed as a chairman of KPDA in October 2021. And by March 2023, he was still in the pay. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, if Mark was forgetting the money or somebody was forgetting the money in the name of Mark. This is what needs to be done, Mr. Speaker. There were also two people who had actually left for universities. There were two people who were left for universities abroad, but they were still in the paper. This is now where an audit needs to be done to know whether these people were still being paid or somebody else was pocketing the money in their name, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious problem. Mr. Speaker, among the 112 is now the governor, Dr. Bugala, and the director of International Services, Mr. Speaker. Those are people we know who could be enormously there, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we go to establishment of skill analysis. Mr. Speaker, this is where they do qualifications. And they have their own table. And Mr. Speaker, what was there was they actually put forward names and academic qualification. And they also went ahead to tell us, Mr. Speaker, there are people who are even described as nurses, and yet they don't have any nursing certificate, Mr. Speaker. This is, when I read this, Mr. Speaker, I remember the case of Jekorio, where children were born, when they were delivering the babies, their hands were broken, Mr. Speaker. It tells me now, are these the kind of people who are breaking the hands of the babies, Mr. Speaker, because they don't have qualification? There were 34 nurses in the register who are registered as nurses.